Tonight, as you lie alone in the darkness, with all the lights turned off, is there a quiet restlessness stirring in your heart that keeps you from sleep? Have you ever felt a sudden weariness with every sound the world makes? A desperate longing to flee from everyone who knows your name and hide somewhere no one could ever find you? That deep, cold exhaustion that arrives without warning after a lifetime of giving yourself to your family and to others. I just want to be alone, somewhere no one speaks to me, somewhere no one expects anything from me. Just peace, only mine. When that longing becomes unbearable, perhaps you have quietly asked yourself, when did I become so cold? Where did all that warmth go? That burning desire I once had to love and be loved? Why is it that now I feel most alone when I am surrounded by people? That quiet, sorrowful question. This is not a small thing. Many believers, especially those who have spent decades living out their faith, carry a secret guilt when they notice their own hearts growing dry. We have long been taught that love means enduring without complaint and staying no matter what. And so when we grow weary of people, we fear that perhaps this weariness is a sin, something we must hide from God and from ourselves. And so we seal ourselves inside an even deeper isolation, convincing ourselves it is peace. Like the quarantine years, our souls, too, have learned to lock themselves away and call it rest. It is at exactly this point that we turn to the story of Saint Benedict of Nursia, the father of Western monasticism. This 6th century saint was a man who longed for perfect solitude more deeply than almost anyone in history. As a young man, disgusted by the moral decay of Rome and exhausted by the endless noise of human relationships, he left everything behind. He climbed the sheer cliffs of Subiaco and disappeared into a dark cave. He believed, the further I move from people, the closer I will draw to God, cutting every tie with the world below and remaining in this holy stillness. This is the only path to salvation. He kept silence all day. He thought only of God. For 3 years, he chose complete aloneness. But it was inside those brutal nights of solitude that a mysterious truth about human relationship, one we have rarely dared to examine, began slowly to reveal itself. It was deep in the night. Benedict believed he had achieved perfect union with God in perfect silence, and yet his heart was still restless. His body was miles from any human being. But when he closed his eyes, the faces of those who had hurt him, old wounds, voices that had accused and condemned him, all came rushing back like waves. He was shaken. Why am I not at peace? Even here in this deep cave, why am I still fighting someone when I am utterly alone? I came all this way to escape people, so why does my heart still live in the noise of the world below? He felt his soul crash against an invisible wall. He had fled in search of solitude, but the solitude was eating him alive. He had believed that separation from people would bring peace. Instead, he discovered that the separation was making his soul harder and drier with every passing day. And then Benedict stopped trying to make himself holy by his own effort. He lowered himself to the cold stone floor of the cave and asked God one simple question. Lord, I thought if I fled the world I would find you. I thought if I kept away from people, my heart would fill with your peace. But why is there still no love inside me? Only cold air. What have I done wrong? He stayed in the unanswering darkness for a long time. He looked at his own helplessness, his own smallness, and then, from the deepest place in his soul, clearer and more piercing than any sound in the world, the voice of God came. Benedict, you say you love me, and yet where in your heart have you placed the people I love? You seek peace by fleeing from people, but the peace I have given you can never be completed without the mirror of another human soul? This question shook Benedict's entire spiritual world, and he understood God is not only found in the silence of a lonely cave, He is hidden inside the face of the very neighbor we so desperately want to escape. The person I had been running from was in fact the most sacred sculptor God had ever sent me, sent to chisel away my sharp edges, to widen my narrow heart. We often treat relationships as transactions. We measure their worth by how much the other person gives us or how much we lose. And so, when we are wounded, we close our hearts and choose isolation. But what Benedict discovered that night was entirely different. Relationship is not the time we spend trying to change the other person. It is the time God uses to chisel away the pride inside us and fill us with His love through the mirror that is another human being. The most common mistake many of us make in our later years begins exactly here. After a lifetime of sacrifice, we want to be compensated. We want to remove from our lives anyone who causes us pain. I am too old to be stressed by people like that. We begin to see relationships as something to consume and discard, but in doing so, we miss the most important thing of all, the last remaining chance to carve the mercy of God into our own souls. After that night, Benedict left the cave. He returned to people, but he returned with a different heart. He built a community, and at its very center, he placed a mysterious vow he called stability. Do not run. Stay. Live it out together. Not fleeing when someone becomes unbearable, but learning instead to look inward and ask where that feeling of hatred is coming from, and to beg God for His mercy. His prayer was no longer quiet contemplation, bearing with patience the failings of another, quietly lifting someone else's burden without being asked. That exhausting ordinary life became his deepest prayer. This story asks us a very important question tonight. Are you avoiding people in order to find peace? Or are you holding them close in order to complete God's love? Keeping your distance may feel like the answer, but isolation without love will only make you lonelier in the end. You will face that moment again, tonight or tomorrow. A night when someone beside you feels impossibly heavy. A moment when you want to cut every tie and disappear into your own cave. When that moment comes, do not spend your energy blaming yourself or hating the other person. That moment is not proof that your life has gone wrong. It may be the very moment God has chosen to make your soul larger. Simply try thinking this: Lord, is this person the face you sent to sculpt me? Help me not to run. Help me to face what is in my heart. That single question is enough, because God is not watching how many people you are close to. He is watching how faithfully you try to find His trace inside each one of them. Saint Benedict teaches us this: peace is not something we find alone. It is completed when we patiently fill the gaps in one another. Tonight, if you are exhausted by people, or if there is someone you find it hard to forgive, come out of that cave in your heart. Look at that person as they truly are, a gift God has sent to you. He is already there, hiding behind that person's eyes, waiting for you. And through the very person you find hardest to hold, He is writing into your soul a peace unlike anything the world can offer. Rest well tonight. May the Lord pour His mercy over every relationship in your life. Amen.